Good morning. Got some really sketchy sketches. I need to do this drawing today, so I'll switch to that. This drawing this morning, I experimented a little last night with different ideas of how to represent this transition, but I found that these are a bit too complex. So I sketched out something a bit different this morning. And I'm hoping that works out good. Yeah, so I think what I'll start off by doing is I'm gonna just take some photos of my document that I drew. And then I'll have it beside me for reference. I'm gonna grab my sketchbook. Alright. So I got this for reference. Nice hot coffee, that's good. Alright. If I go to my Google Photos and hopefully there's nothing profane, I open this. Got some Christmas tunes in the background this morning. Kind of in the grind, so I didn't really do my typical routine today. I usually get up and do some stuff that's like good for me. And just wanted to get to it this morning. Just was feeling a little bit behind yesterday. I don't want to get get rid of these. Alright, you can click out of this. Open up Rhino. And InDesign here, I'll just make a layout. Go there, take that, drop it down. So we'll just go with details. One. Okay. So our references. We'll open up. This is the drawing that I was working on the other day. Just to make it simple, I'm just gonna go first idea and take everything that was gonna be here, put it in my first idea, and then I'm gonna go final drawing, double click on that layer, and then just lock it. We'll just go back to perspective here. Actually, I think if I go viewport, reset the layout, and then go for all of these shaded. And then if I go to my display settings, I go use application, solid color, gradient. Transparent. Alright, so I just go solid color, but I'm just gonna go, I don't know. It's fun to work in a different background for once, maybe. I'll just leave it normal. Alright. Call this HD frame. So basically this is gonna be 3-point starting at the 0, 1080 by 1920. We'll create a random layer. I'll lock that. Give the frame a red color. This is what we have to work with. Now, we have to come up with a graphic representation of a person. And when I was sketching, I had this idea where it would be something very graphical. It could just be like a circle, and then it was like a rectangle that was like the same size as a circle, except then there was a circle made at the top, and then it was like as if the top of this was like that. So you had this kind of rectangle thing going on, and then that came down to there like that, and then basically this piece was like up like that. Now we can do some visualizing a little bit too. So I use Grasshopper a lot, and when I'm drawing, like my typical workflow is actually just because I feel pretty comfortable in Grasshopper. So if I just say curve here, I'm gonna save this as my final Grasshopper file. Call it final drawing like this. So there's some plugins like the human one that makes things really nice for visualizing, and I honestly haven't even explored half the options. I know you can hatch and do everything in Grasshopper, but say for something like this, these curves, if I set multiple curves in Grasshopper and I do a boundary surface, which is like a planar surface command in Rhino, it'll solidify them. Then I can just do a custom preview with a color swatch. I really wish Grasshopper had the drag off feature like Unreal instead of having to always type. Maybe super fast. Okay, so maybe that's something I'll make for it one day. See, Now we got this black color. And obviously if we went to render it, it would appear solid black. And that's kind of like in my drawing, I'm going to end up doing it like that. Now the thing I'll experiment with here is, should we scale it? So if you scale it from this point, I think that's weird. I think it's like the same size. Looks the best. Okay, and then what I would experiment with is, say, in this drawing, we can maybe divide this sheet into 3. Right? We can divide segments, number of segments at 3. And then by doing that, we can have these that we can get rid of points. Move those to there. So if my document was formatted like this, it'd be nice for this part to show up like alright, we'll just go scale. I mean, how many pieces do I have? You have to divide it at the top again. So it'll be 5. I think it's basically 5, but the last piece takes up so 5 segments. And then this last so that thing is going to want to go, you're going to want it to align. Okay, wait, let's give these some like straight up dimensions. So we can say that from there to there is I guess we go 50, 40, let's go 30. Okay, so that comes there. Basically, we can scale from here to there. And then we want a dimension from here to here. So we can take this, scale. Actually, okay, what I do is basically I can draw a line. That's what I'll do. So let's take a line from this point. Say 60. Pretty much there already. That's nice. So it's like double the length of the head. It's like 2. So now that guy can come. Actually, we'll have to make one line here. We'll now take that from the midpoint and we'll throw it at that midpoint. And then we'll take this middle of between there and there and there. That looks good. I'm going to do is call another layer and call this guides. Kind of like you have in, I have to unlock. Take those, throw them in the guides layer. Get that a light gray color. I guess because that's the same color as the background, so no, just gray. See, okay, we got our guides. We can lock that person. Make sure he's, yeah, okay, cool. Go back to my reference. So we got our person here. So then they have a circle around them. So we're going to call this POV. So we want to go from the let's bring my computer closer to me. So yeah, this line is going to get moved from there to there. Then we'll be able to create a circle from the middle of that line. We don't want to come all the way out, but we want to get close. What does it look graphically? Something around there, 150. Looks good. So we can maybe take our guide and go 0.75. Maybe 0.7. Okay, let's just see. What else do we need in that square? He's going to be looking at the table. So we'll go table. For the table, we'll just go with a 3-point rectangle. Comes down 15. Yeah, and then what we'll do here is we'll just leave it like this. Then we have our coffee cup, which is going to be something like 3-point again. So this is our coffee cup. Oops. 15 by something like that. 20. Then there'll be a circle that's in the center. And it's going to be 5. And basically this is going to get trimmed. And then we'll offset distance 2. Okay, so then we can move that to the center table. This can come up. Maybe the coffee cup scaled down a bit. That looks good. It's on the center of the table now. Okay, so we have the table. Now the table is going to be at, it's sort of like the middle of the body. So you want to move it from here. Okay, let me just create a line. these need to get grouped. Okay, we'll create coffee, or tea, it's actually a teacup icon. Okay. Move that to center. Okay, maybe this gets scaled. A tad. And if that comes up, does it look funny? No. Leave it like this. Maybe this comes down. That looks better. Okay. Now, we'll move that in a sec, but basically make sure that this is on table. Yep. Now we go back to the POV. So we need to create an angle, which is arc. So we can say start of arc is here, endpoint angle is 30. Okay. If you draw a line out and okay. Okay, wait, what we do? You create a point where the eyes would be, which would be here. Then you create an arc. You go out and you say start of arc here, 30. Then this to there is 30, and this to there is 30. Join that. Okay, so this is your 30 point of view. And you have one more. So you have an arc, and this one is 62, I believe. So just come out and go 62, and then same thing. Join those two. Join that. So okay, it didn't work. That curve and those join. We're gonna rotate that one from its center to the center of that arc. So it's like this. POV, and we'll just call 30, 62. These are the degrees in which this is your full vision spectrum here and perspective, and then the opposite is true for, or this is what you see clearly. So what you would do in this case is if you were focusing on the cup, you would be taking that and going, this is what your field of view would look like. Okay. Now, if I explode this, and I explode this, you basically, what I'm going to do is end up taking these curves, extending them, taking this circle, trimming it, and just going around. That one's good, right? So this is what this guy's seeing clearly. This is in question. This can change. So this will get the question mark. This will be pixelated or blurry. And then this is what's clear, if that makes any sense. Like all of this could really just like now come back. because basically what I want to do is, this all looks good, but I want to center that stuff in the circle. So if I take this, and this, and all this, and move it from the midpoint of this line, which is here, to well, basically there. That's my center point. So I'll just go extend curve. So this is my first drawing, basically. My coffee cup is maybe no, I like it. So that's step one. Perhaps everything gets shrunk a little bit. That looks good. So I think this is going to be, if we go to, well, again, visualize some stuff, we can, safe to say that those are all going to be that color, and then I'll just make another one that's red, because this might be the coffee cup, but it's just going to be these curves. Okay. This can get deleted. This is end up going to be this, and then I'm going to split it with these two pieces. It'll be a one that I can delete here. This, and this. I'm just going to do a test. I'm going to join these curves. And I'll copy this piece here and bring it down there. Right. This is going to somehow we can do like a maybe in yellow. Or blue, I guess. So this is what you see. Then here is like the buffer zone, and then behind this is all everything here in this environment, in this space, can change. So another thing, I think I like the way of representing this. It's quite simple. I'll take a curve like this, and there's a function called custom preview line weights. It's a human one, and it also takes in a slider. So if you take that curve, set one curve, and just bring in that, you can visualize the thicknesses of your lines. For instance, something like when it's on the page, it'll end up looking like this. See, that's pretty easy now to understand what's going on. This second buffer zone could maybe be a gradient. So you could probably just take let me see what. Let's just imagine we took these. Let's say we copied this again, but this time we split it with those pieces. Got rid of that one, that, and that. We can do another version of this. But here we can set multiple curves. Alright. So it's basically because of layering. Yeah, we'll go back into our sun settings. Just leave. Yeah, we'll just go back to this default. And in our display settings, we could turn curves on. So graphically, it kind of looks like this at the moment. On weight. I would say that this guy, I think it looks good. So that would be like step one. I had this idea of there being like a progress bar below, because when this happens, the next scene we're gonna show is like the cup on the table with the background in a more of like a square kind of 16:9 view frame with some perspective to it. But the transition, like, I don't know, maybe that has to come at the end. We'll see. So I guess we can work on that now. In my first idea, I have a coffee cup somewhere, teacup. You can just turn everything off except for the teacup. Okay, wait, first I have to turn everything on and click show. One mesh for large teacup. Okay, I guess we can delete that one. Yeah, so basically, like, I'm gonna do a copy of this. So I'm gonna call this teacup perspective, and we'll have the cup and then the table. Those are the two things we need. I'll copy this and place it in my cup there, and then I can turn first idea stuff off. So I got this guy. I'm gonna apply a scale to it, so you can go from vertex. Say from that top vertex to there, 8 centimeters. And then I'm gonna move from there to 0. So then for the table, pretty simply put, we're just gonna do a rectangle that's like about 1 meter by 2 meters. Okay, it didn't show up for some reason. 0, 1 meter, 2 meter. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna move it from there to 0, and from there to there. That centers it. Okay, so if we then go here and turn off this stuff, and turn off this stuff, and turn that off, and then go grid, show grid axes, show grid. So, okay, here's our perspective view. Basically, there's the cup, and there'll be the table in the background. I think Heathen's field of view is like 18. So basically, you pretend where the eyes are at, which would be like here, right? So what that person's seeing is something like this. Now a trick that I learned is, can we play with the sun? Not really. So if we go make 2D, let's just say, ooh, perspective cup. Let's try scene silhouette. Let's just see what it does. Yeah, we could work with this. So what I'll do is go to my saved views in case I want to change it. Pretend on the person. We can maybe exaggerate the rotation. You could say it's like this. And then if we zoom in, save this as perspective cup. What we can do is, oops, select everything, make 2D. So we made that perspective cup. Cool. We can bring that in our final drawing, and we can turn this back on. We have these lines to work with now. And what we can do is hide that. And turn on table, person, frame, POV, guides. That can come up. Okay, so this is going to end up being in this layer. And then I'm just going to select all the lines and just put it in perspective cup. And then delete all of these. Okay, what we'll do here is make a rectangle that goes sort of where's the circle? What layer is that in? Person. Circle. Okay, because I want a rectangle to start with. Because something like this. Move to there. And then we'll go from there to there, and there, and up. It's already pretty good. Take our cup, find its view. Okay. Let's scale it by 1.1. Okay, for reference, I'm gonna go 16 by, I'm gonna go 3.9 by 16. Come up, go like this, see if I can get more spread with this ratio. I think I can, so I'll go like that and put it in perspective cup. Okay, so okay, we need to kind of work with this dimension here. Move that to there. Okay. Okay, what we do is first actually just frame this guy within our 16 by 9 thing. I'd say the cup looks a little bit too big. Scale it down. Just a tad more. Yeah, it looks good to me. So basically, this gonna get copied to there, and then this frame, we're gonna put it in the middle of these two things. And then we're gonna place it as well there, which is in the center. Okay, scale one. Yeah, scale normal. Come here. Oh wait, but we have to. Okay, we'll move it again, but basically it's got to be like this big. So it's like that. Okay. So now we redraw these lines. So basically all this is a line from there to there. So you can take the shit one and kind of, what I'll do actually is just, okay, come on. It's a line from there to there. Then I can delete that one. There's just like some anti-aliasing going on. Now this guy, important curves, this one for sure. This one. That's an important curve. This one is an important curve, and what we'll do is we'll take that, extend to there. So this curve can get deleted. Essentially what you do here is you just take that and you trim this and take that and trim that, and then just do that. 3 open curves, 1 closed curve. Okay, so now extend that. Yeah, we gotta get rid of some. There's doubles here. Okay, there we go. We can extend that guy like this. Extend that guy. 1 closed curve, so we have to explode that. Okay. Extend that. Come here, trim that. There, trim that. Okay. Take that, extend it. Just like that. Select all of these. Join those. Okay, cool. So you got that. Oh. Join. Okay, wait. Can we join these? Explode. Join those. Unable to join. Okay, we can just move that to there. Oh yeah. Let's get rid of one of these. One open curve. Hopefully we can join. Yeah, there we go. 1 open curve. Oops. So wait, we need 3 open curves. Okay, we can get rid. Okay. So messy. Okay, we gotta explode that. Delete one of those. Join those. Okay. Oh man, I fucked up. Oh, these mesh curves. Is there a better way to do this? I think there might be if I explode everything. Join everything. Cell close curves. Delete all of them. I'm gonna go back to this. Perspective cup. And just make a new layer. I'm just gonna see if I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna trace over these lines, roughly speaking. Yeah, I guess because I have all these points to lock onto, it's quite fast. More detail around there. Okay, we got that one. That one. At the end, I'll just use my little artistic license to make sure everything looks right. Got the curve here. Got that going on. Okay. Okay, we got that. And then we got this little. Yeah. Pretty good. Alright. Unlock this, X sublayer objects. Don't take that off and that, but delete everything else. Okay. Throw those on perspective cup. Okay, delete this layer. And go to that layer now. And just clean. Do that. Trim it there. It's okay with the locking there. Trim that. Those are all good. Good. That can get joined. Join. It's all good. That's good. gets trimmed. That gets trimmed, and then I'm praying that this curve, if I extend it, it'll look right. Delete that. Okay, I'm gonna delete that point. That's what I'll do. So I'm gonna copy it, create a scaled version of it that I know will make it, and then go from its mid and just move it up, and then I'm gonna it's hard. Okay, wait. Can I okay, that's what I'll do. And then I'm gonna rebuild it with the same amount of points. Okay, we're gonna delete this. We're gonna trim this. We're gonna trim that. Trim that. Okay, let's just see. It's pretty good. I just that looks good to me. Alright, that was a little bit of work, but it's all good now. Essentially, there's going to be this layer, which is a certain color, and then this cup, which is a certain color as well. So, oh, what we're missing. No! Okay, basically there should be give it like 5. Craziness. These points here. Something like that. Rebuild that with what we do now, bring it the tiniest little bit out there. Okay, we take this and we trim that piece. Can we split it? Oh my god, come on. Just move it a little bit. Trim that. Oh, why is it not? Ah! That's why. Okay, we can now move it back. Now we can take this layer, trim. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, trim. Oh my god. Project. There we go. Please. Yes. Save everything. Okay. Our cut. Holy. That's gonna be a cup that gets colored. This and this can go in the same layer. This 3-point. Take the single curve away. That is going to go, if you go manage curve collections, you can add item. This curve is going to get, that is going to get split with this. And that's going to get split. This, and this, and this are going to get drawn. And this curve is going to get deleted. This curve minus this curve. So what we have is one curve. So one curve. This curve minus this curve is going to be something cool. We'll do region difference. That minus that. And then we'll do boundary surface. Okay, and then this boundary surface is going to get merged. It's going to be data 2. We'll get rid of this one. That's going to come up here. It's going to go there. It's going to be data 1. And then that all gets... So it would be my red cup. Those are gonna be that. Those are all my top curves here. Oh yeah, just there we go. Those all are visible. Sort of like that sort of thing. Okay, cool. If we go to rendered. Nice. Alright. We're getting there. And this is good language, you know, it's very simple. There's the possibility of taking this and that's what it would be like if it was a square. I like it as a small rectangle though. Alright. Let's go back to reference. That one took a little while. Hopefully the next one's not too hard. It is... Now it's the cup with the same view, but just on the landscape. So basically, that's nice. So we'll call perspective cup table. And I'm just gonna duplicate this layer and objects, and just call it cup desert. Okay, what we'll do is create a perspective cup layer, and then throw those two, that one and that one in it, and just call this table and desert. So it's like that. Okay, save that. We can select the sublayer objects here and just move them from the center of there to there. Cool. Now, all we have to do in this scenario is change this background here to something more deserty. I'm just gonna experiment on my random layer with just like doing something like this. Looks pretty good. So what I'll do is just make sure that that lines up there, and then maybe it comes out a little bit. Maybe that goes like that. Rebuild it a little bit with add some tiny bits of detail in here. Something like this. Okay, we can then take this and trim the outsides. Now we want to experiment with moving it. So it's either we hide, it's like this. I think that there needs to be one more before this, which is the cup, but a bit more over top of the cup. And then this is like the zoom back out. So this is actually going to get moved to the center of there. And I would say that this actually needs that kind of thing going on. So that gets joined. That gets removed. Alright. So there's going to be another thing here, which is, and that's going to be with this kind of thing going on. And it's going to just come up a tad. That'll be a boundary surface. Right? Okay, so that becomes that. In between, there's a moment where it's just over the top of the cup, so it's going to be just like a plan view of the cup essentially. So we could just do it. Honestly, we could just take something like this. We'll just call this center or plan, and copy that. What we'll do here is I'm going to take a circle that's like this. I'm going to rotate it. Okay, I'm just going to create a new circle. This is our circle. Basically, it's going to offset inwards by maybe 3, 4. Then we'll get offset by 10. So then there'll just be a little rectangle that's, let's just say the rectangle is 3 point, it's like this big. It'll come off there and then it'll kind of max out around there. Essentially just take that, move it to do that. Okay, we'll say that. I'm gonna explode it and delete this, and then join these fillet corners, and we're just gonna say like something like this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. You have to make a center line again. Take everything, move it from center of there to center of there, and then back up. One more. Ah, fuck it. Whatever, it's good. Yeah, this looks like it works. I mean, this I think needs to come up just like a tad. Okay, these are all the center plan ones. And basically this gets added to manage curve collections. We'll add this guy here. Now this, I'm going to copy this, paste it, split it with this, select the outer one, delete it, this one, join, this and this get added to set. There we go. Okay, there's a weird one in there that can get deleted. Basically this, and this. And then do a merge. Here, this is gonna get copied. This one. This one. Okay, that's gonna come in here now. And that's gonna go there. That we're gonna have all of these on its own and move them out there. I can come here and then also save that. Okay. And then lastly, on the desert, we will make one of these. Don't need 3-point, it just goes there. So we go to the blue one and just add this. Okay, these two here are gonna go to this one. And just that's gonna get added. That's gonna get added and that's deleted. And click OK. Save. Alright, cool. That's the transition. And then it finishes with basically this, but we'll have a landscape on the ground. So POV, we'll say initial POV. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate layer and objects and call this final POV. Okay. Select sublayer objects, move, and we're going to move it to there. Okay, the person. Okay, this here is going to go on 30. This here is going to go on 62. Okay, so we select the person. Initial POV. I'll just say people. We can copy this guy from the end of that circle to here. And these pieces, so this piece and this piece and this piece can get copied from the bottom of the person to here. And this one gets put on 30, but here, and this one gets put on 62 here. Alright, so this is going to change quite a bit. It's going to be, and I might have to make the drawing a bit larger, but it's like he's like going to be standing on a landscape, and then the coffee cup's going to be in the distance. So there might be an initial guide there, or it just might be now that this here. So if I go to my guides, if I add one maybe between here and here, that this now gets scaled in half. So we can lock my guides again. So we'll go to final POV. Yeah, we can say that gets scaled in half and then moved between there and there. Right? And actually, let me just copy the circle. Okay, and move the circle from there to there. perhaps that point should go mid. That gets moved up to there. So there'll be like final POV. There's gonna be we'll just call this final cut plane. But basically there's gonna be a extend, and then there'll be a version of the cup. Something like I'm just gonna move this around. We can say it's the same angle, but let's move. Okay, let's move this cup so it's centered on there. Then let's move this guy so it's looking at the dead center of the cup. Then maybe we can make a line that goes across like this. And then we can turn the guides on. Trim that line, turn the guides back off. We can select everything here except this, this, and this. We can move it from middle to the middle of that line. Okay, so now our angles are set up. And then how did I show it? I'm just looking at my sketch instead here. The person gets feet, so essentially this gets copied and exploded. That gets exploded. And then that to there gets joined. So the person's now got feet. Okay, so let's delete this for a bit. Okay. The feet should be standing on listen. Maybe this gets deleted. And it's more like there's a mountain that comes up. Something like this. Maybe no. Okay, let's turn off our. This is our mountain face. That's that surface there. Okay, just rebuild it with some more points. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll have our person then standing some like on the mountain. Okay, we can make this maybe 2 times bigger. Something like this. That looks pretty good. And then the circle would then come. Where does it come from? Actually, we could just draw a line to this, and we could copy this, move it from there to there, scale. Oh, we'll get this and this. Copy all of it, move it from the eyes to those eyes. And we'll take that, that, not that, 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 and that. Okay, we'll move it from that point to there, and we'll scale it from this point to there to there. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that. So how does this work? So that's all getting generated in the background. We can extend out our lines and maybe draw a bigger circle, and it might make sense. Like we could take a circle from the center here and just say it's that size. Can undo our guides. Trim this, trim this. So our ground plane. Okay, we'll take these, everything here. We're gonna move it from the center of that to there. Ooh. Move it from there we go. The fuck was that? There we go. That looks right. So we'll take these, we'll go back to the world. Center it so it's like this distance here is that one. Okay, we'll take this, we'll trim that, and we'll trim that, and delete that. Maybe that disappears. What we'll do here is move that down. Oh, that gets trimmed, so it's like this. Okay, then we have to copy that, paste it, split it with this. Select that one, delete it, select that one, delete it, select this one, and this, and join it. So we have our cliffs and our coffee cup. Should the coffee cup stay the same size? Let's see what that looks like. It should just be a pad smaller. No, yeah, no, it doesn't need to be. It's just the smallest bit smaller. Alright. That's good. I think Buddy's... Actually, maybe that's more accurate. It actually is probably a bit bigger than that even. Alright. We'll take this. Oh shit. Oh no, you can delete that. Take this. So this. Copy from those eyes to those eyes. Okay, so this, and this are going in 62. These are going in 30. People. This is going in circle. Teacup icons. Funnel cup. Landscape. So this is also trimming. So this and this are going to the funnel cup landscape, except we're going to copy this and split it with that. So this get joined, and we can find one of these. We'll have to copy this, paste it, and split it with this here. Okay, we can find there. That's fine. But we'll take this and these, join them, and find that one, delete it. Okay. Okay, so go to our teacup, manage curve collection, click OK. Okay, save our little person. Okay, we can take that. We can add that. Okay. Now, these are gonna get changed. Actually, so this and this are gonna get deleted. Then we're gonna extend. These also, this actually gets trimmed. Because that's actually not fully what gets seen. But we'll work on it. Like, this is like the buffer zone here. And then the next buffer zone, or the what do you actually... Okay, so we have to take all of these first. Rotate them from there to center of there to the middle of that. Okay, we can take that, trim all those. Okay, wait. No. Okay, let's make this 0.2. The center of this has to be in line with the center of that. Could this be smaller? Can't get much smaller. Maybe we say... Maybe we can move those up onto this cliff somehow. Okay, whatever. Let's leave it as it was. Ah! Actually, we can say it rotates back up. It's fine. Delete these. Oh, my hand. Okay, we just take that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we can take both of those curves. Manage curve collection. Remove this and add those two. Oops. Okay. Copy this guy. Ah. Okay. Oh, it looks pretty good. I should just... Now, what I need to do here is copy this and split it with these lines. Well, first I'll split it with these lines. Select that one. That, and that are all going to get put on final POV 62. Now I'll take this again. Now I'll split it with these lines. So those are all going to get put on 30. And then shit thing's going to get deleted. Alright. So you need space for 2 more of these. So basically this and this are gonna be 1, this are gonna be other. So okay. The mountain is gonna be yellow. So we'll take those, both of those, and set multiple curves, so resets. And then this here should probably go along with the borders. In this collection. Okay, so you have the hide the guides now, and go to rendered, and we can see how everything's looking. I think that's a pretty nice looking document. No, there's another. So this is in section, obviously what's happening, sort of. There's this other one which is like a blink, which shows a beach and then shows the people in the crowd of an audience. It could also be something that I show, maybe if I have time, but it's 2 people kissing, and then so it's kind of like this here, and then 1, 2, double. So it could be like the 2 people kissing, then the frame of someone's face, close, face, and then open. So it'd be like beach with two people kissing, face, close, face, open, and it's a different space. What time is it? It's 11:30. That took me like a good hour and a bit. What I'm going to do is save this and go. I'm going to turn off my HT frame and go view capture to file and save this as transition drawing draft, and then go to InDesign. So these are the ones I was working on yesterday. I'll come here, I'll bring in something like this. Oops. And go here. So I went from having this idea of, you getting close and far away. So there's all these other transitions, but I'm trying to find time to do them. And then yesterday I was experimenting with how to visualize this, plan, section, whatever, 3-dimensional fields of view. And in the end I came up with this idea, which I think is the simplest way of representing it, to be honest. And it's straight up just person. I feel like the only information that's needed is like, I had this in my first idea. If I turn this on and I go to shaded view and I turn on my reference, see I had this thing with the arrows and then the standard line of sight. I bet you I could do something like with this. Right, the horizon's at 0. I think it's clear enough, I'd say. Black and white would be nice. But yeah, like it's just, it could be more info, but I think this is clear. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's clear and just go and delete these and imagine like, oh, okay, the film just got played. Okay, so this can go to the right in this section here. What's happening in virtual reality is you're looking at a cup and then coming out, bam. So it's like this is gonna end up coming there. So it's gonna be, I'll probably, for color palette, want to choose something like to go with that. Alright, let's go to Photoshop for a sec. It's maybe not my best drawing ever, but it has potential. And it's a little bit off. I didn't. Your visual field is actually more at the top. So I could edit those so that it's more correct. And then show something like, but I'm just gonna do a test. So create new here, and call this background. Lock that layer, and then we'll replace that paper texture on here again. You can just try this paper texture landscape one. I think what I'll do is actually go sideways on this. Bring that down. Go like this. Take it, duplicate it again. So like that. Obviously this isn't what I'll do for the final, but just give it less opacity perhaps. 60. Okay, but I'm just gonna clone stamp. So Alt click. So let's go bigger here. Let's click from here. Bless me. pretty good. Then I'll bring the opacity down a tad. Okay, save this as transition drawing final. Okay, on top of this, we're gonna place linked, and it's gonna be our ship version of this. It's gonna come up. It's gonna fill the screen like this for now, and then we'll throw a multiply on her. Immediately, it looks a lot better immediately. Okay. I wonder if I apply an effect to this, like a blur, filter, blur, and just do like a Gaussian blur. Yeah, just zoom in. Does it make it different? Not really. Alright, but maybe changing the opacity by a little bit does. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, paste it, turn off this one, rasterize this one, and just kind of play with the pieces. Kind of looks good as it is, I'd say. I'm gonna delete that and just go back here, transition, and throw my width a bit down. Yeah, something like that. Looks a lot nicer. Should there be a line? By that I mean something that goes from there's something like this. That little thing in between actually kind of helps. So maybe we just make those little lines in between. Yeah, sweet. That's a good idea. There's like a cut transition. It's like, yeah, just a line across like that. So it's like, you just do something like, it's like this. And it, basically this could be like that. Here we have is there like a thing down here? Like a timeline with a line. Yeah, that's it. It's the physical cross dissolve. Alright, that's what I'm naming it. Okay, so let's go back to Rhino. So we got a couple things to fix. First, we gotta make it's 30 down, 25 up. So I'm just gonna do an arc from the middle and go 25 or negative 25. Okay, we can then rotate this to there. And we extend that. Curve to extend. And then you take this and trim it. So that's my 25 down. And then it's 30 up or something like that. Oh, 25 up, 30 down. Jesus, Aiden. Okay. Mid. 30. Negative 3. Rotate. Alright. Kick that, trim that. You can get rid of this piece. So we can get rid of that piece. Extend this one to there. Okay. Oops. Yeah, and then from there we come down 70. Ah, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna draw an arc from middle of there, and we're gonna come negative 70. Okay, this is gonna get rotate. To there, and then that is gonna get extended from we're gonna extend it from there to there. That's gonna get trimmed, and that's gonna get deleted. Okay. Now above we have 25, so we go arc 25. Okay, we can take this, rotate to there. We can extend that guy to there. Take this, trim there, delete that. Okay, and the final one, we got an arc, which is 50 up. Okay, so we take that, rotate it from there to there, and we take this and extend it to there. And we take that and trim it, delete that, do that. Alright. Example. Now we gotta do it over here. so arc is there. Mid, we'll go -30. Okay. Rotate that guy. There. We'll come in, find that curve, we'll extend it. Extend. Okay. Take that, trim it, and delete this. Then we'll go arc, -70. We're looking for the midpoint, which is somewhere down there. Alright, -70. We'll take that, we'll rotate it. Take this, we'll extend it from extend that to there. Okay, I'll take that, trim, delete this. Okay, one more. Arc, mid 25. Rotate. Extend this. Extend. Take that, trim this. Okay, delete that. Finally. 50, I think it was. Take this, rotate. Let's do that. Extend this curve from there to there. Take that, trim. Get rid of that and delete that. Beauty. So if you go select this again, if you captured a file, go save it there, and then we'll just have to come back here. We're going to relink this to our Photoshop one. Okay. And then in this one, we're just going to have to. Oh, yeah, we just got to go back here and make sure. It's actually going to be closer to shaded, so we'll just switch this to white. Save that. Okay, so yeah, we go to Photoshop. It should blend now. So now we got the blend. And then InDesign, if we go to our linked files and just update that. Yeah, so then we'll have something of this nature in there, which comes after this piece, which is basically now we just have to get a cross dissolve in there. So final drawing. Okay, we can turn this off. Final drawing, random. We'll go cross dissolve. So it's going to be a box that's 3 points, and probably half the size of this. That looks good. This looks good, I'd say. And basically the cross dissolve is just something like that. So we can take the main one out. Those two are both cross dissolves. So, you can play quickly in Grasshopper with the cross dissolve. Essentially, we just need one of these down here. Copy it, paste it again. We'll do this kind of thing. I'll set this as the top one. No, did that one not close either? Fuck, I'm stupid. And now it's gonna be this one. Then we'll just bring this down. Something like this. Okay. Let's go. Something like that. I think the cross dissolve should be a tad smaller. Yeah, I think we'll move this all back. Like that. Something like that. Okay. Now this is obviously going to be back in white. And there'll be just throw some contrast on it. Simple, kind of like this. I think I'll take one of these, make it like a white color. And do a merge with this and this. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So it'll be like maybe the brightness is a bit too much. Okay. It'll be something like that. Maybe I fucked up and yeah, for now it's fine. That's how it works. Maybe there's so I mean in this drawing here they have the line of sight, so maybe we call that the LOS. Okay, so in this LOS it's from here to okay, we'll go like this and then extend. So that's that LOS. Here we'll do from there to the mid. Let's see if it comes across. No. Mid to there. Extend. That'll come to there. So that's the line of sight. We don't need the horizon necessarily. We just want to say like the degree, which is like this outer line that's like 25. I think that's good. Alright. I'm gonna take a break. And then when I'll probably won't stream that, but I'll fix up these lines and do a drawing with this. I think I'll have to like write in the text. Right, like I can take something like this. What will I do? I wonder if I'll like offset this curve 20, 30, right? Oops. I'll copy it and then I'll offset. I'll explode it. Okay, so it'll be like something like this. And then I'll take these curves. Okay. No, I don't want the copy of this. Can I just go like... Okay, just do that. And then split it with this. Delete that. Okay. I'll change the background here to light gray for a sec. And I'll change this to object. Scale it from there to its midpoint. Okay. Now with this piece, I'll rotate it from here to here. Okay, wait, can I just draw a line off this? Yeah, I can. Sort of. No, I want to rotate this piece from there. Rotate. Okay. We'll just go copy. Let's see what happens if I go like this, and like this. Go like that. Ah. Okay, like this. Okay, so we take that now. You can trim it. Okay, this actually is in the wrong location. Rotate. so then I'd have this that would get split by each of these. Okay. Each of these will get doubled. You get 1, 2, 3, join. 1, 2, 3, join. 1, 2, 3, join. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to try offset. Loose, distance like 2. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with this, and we'll say distance 3. Cap, no cap, none. Okay, now if I delete these, they're separate. Ah, fuck, I'm missing 1. Okay. Fuck. Split with this. Delete that. So I got this guy here. Split it with okay, wait, trim. Oh fuck. Can I just go arc? And go arc from there to now. Okay, rotate. Okay, copy paste, split with this and this. Hopefully this is okay, good. Offset 30. Extend this to there. Okay, rotate. Delete one of these. Make a little piece. Take the little piece, rotate it. Don't copy it. Actually, just move it. Goes to there. Move this guy to there. Okay, now we take that, trim this. Okay, we copy. Do have to rotate this guy again to there. You can move that to there. Rotate him again. There. Okay, we take this one. Copy, paste, rotate. Move him to there, rotate him. Rotate him there. That, and that get joined. Yay, okay. Now we take this, 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 this. We offset distance 3. Select that one, that one, that one, that one. Delete, 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 delete. Oh, I accidentally deleted my line of sight. So that's gonna, okay. These are my dimensions for my initial. And then my line of sight is basically just it's a line from here to, oh, there. Oh, this is my line of sight. Fuck. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, I should be able to copy this to dims, move those down, copy my center point to that center point. No. Copy it from alright, whatever, let's just try. So scale that there. This part of dims. That all part of my dims as well. Okay. This, and this. Rotate it from there. That should be in line with there. Okay, this should be here. No, I think I have to redo it again. But it's worth it. Alright, what did I do? So I took this circle here, copied and pasted it, and then I offset it by 30, and then deleted that one. Okay. Then I just gonna copy. I'm gonna make a little line. Move my little line from there to there. Actually, from there to there. And rotate them from there to okay. If I put them here and rotate them from there to there. Move them from there to there. Then what I do is I move this guy there to there. I take that and I trim this. Now I rotate that guy from there to there. Oh, rotate, copy, yes. Go from there to there to there to there to there. Okay, so first we can do is move this guy back like that and trim that. Okay, we can move this one forward. That one, same thing. Somewhere in here it is. Move him forward too. Okay. This gets copied twice. This gets copied twice. This gets fuck. Copied and pasted. This gets split by that, and by that. Okay. Then one of these, this and this, get joined. This, one of them gets deleted, but this, and this get joined. This, and this get joined. This, and this get joined. Okay. All of those then get offset by 3 inwards. And these all get deleted. Okay. All right. We can change our display mode back color back to white. Let's go here. Transition drawing. That'll update now. Which will then update in here as well. If I save this. That looks better. And then simply we'll have some text. What I'll do is I'll just go text. Actually, I wonder if there's a horizontal text. And in here, width as a test. Let's go times. Let's go regular, and it's probably going to be like 24. Okay, we could take everything in there. 30. Okay, so first of all, we can put that there. You got times regular, and probably down to 36. Centered. Something like that. And then we just need, I don't know how to just get that in there. So it's something like this. Something like that. And we can just adjust its bend. So we'll have that going on for all of these. Unless there's type text tool. Try this for a sec. Oh, and then maybe we type in the degrees, see what happens. Pick point, midpoint. No, we don't want that. Maybe we'll use that in Illustrator. We'll do the type in Illustrator, but just quickly for visualization, it'll be something like and it'll be something like that. And just to get so I don't have to keep checking. 25, 50, 30, 70. So 70 paste, 30 paste, 25 paste, 50 paste. Okay. Okay, let's just go something like that. Something like this is what it'll end up looking like. But those will be dotted. So if we come here now, we'll finish off on this. That'll look good. I'm pretty happy with that. When everything's like a solid, nice black, clean lines, I think it'll look quite nice. So